the Gaddafi regime is, I think, internationally known for trying to cause divisions, not only through local municipalities such as the capital, Tripoli, and cities only 20 minutes away being my hometown of Zawiya, but also with the international community and with, regional communities. So it's very well known, and it's been doing it for years. The situation during the revolution was this very obvious and very propaganda-oriented division of East versus West, which already had their splits from before, so he was playing on history, as well as the fact that certain tribes, generally speaking, did support the Gaddafi regime more than other tribes, and that those kind of tribal strongholds, or where those tribes were living, tended to be areas in which there was increased Gaddafi forces, and they were able to store tanks there, and they were able to shoot grad rockets from. So this, to the other population, to the ones who were pro-revolution, still holds a lot of emotions and a lot of anger, even post-liberation. And I think it's very naive to say that reconciliation or unity will happen in a day or in a week or in a month. I mean, this is years of history built on hundreds of years of history built, and made important by this revolution, and by whose side you took on during this revolution, and by the manipulation of that. But I do believe that with initiatives such as the Voice of Libyan's One Voice conference, where we invited 150 women from all over the country to come and for a 5-day conference talk about how women can be women are first and foremost imperative in the reconciling process, but also how. Not the actual just broad statement that everybody uses. Oh, of course women are important, but okay, how? How will we implement this? What is the policy that we will do? What are the steps we will do to ensure that first and foremost women, regardless of where they come from, regardless of the stance that their tribe took in general or their city took in general to the revolution, or regardless of what divisions you may have from a Tripoli woman versus a woman who does not necessarily have the same education or the same exposure or the same kind of liberal, open-minded belief, or whatever excuses you may use towards each other, how each and every single woman, regardless of her differences, can actually participate in Libya, because that's the point. It shouldn't matter where you're from or what you do for a living. It shouldn't matter if you're a mother, if you're a doctor and you have no kids and you're unmarried. These all don't matter. It should be the fact that you are a Libyan citizen, regardless of anything else. And so that was the basis of the conference, which lasted 5 days, discussed political participation, discussed economic empowerment, discussed women in the media, which is imperative to ensuring that our future generations understand that women are integral in their roles, and women, first and foremost, regardless of where she comes from. Again, I cannot reiterate that enough, because that will be, if we're being realistic, probably one of the biggest issues for Libya is, first and foremost, we have a diaspora that's amazing, that having lived abroad, I can honestly see a lot of the advantages that gave me, and I thank my parents for having that sacrifice and moving to a country where they did not know the language or the people, and struggling through that for years to ensure that their children had a better future, and I thank them for that every day. But I can also see the experiences and the knowledge that somebody who has been living in Libya longer than I have. I've only been living there for 6 years, and there are women who've been living there for 40 and for 50 and for 60 and for 80 who saw Libya before it was Gaddafi's Libya. And so I think when you take all those experiences and you put them together, regardless of where she comes from or her age or the color of her skin, you will have this truly amazing initiative, and you will have these truly amazing policies and these truly amazing frameworks which will actually work. Because that's the key thing. If you don't include everybody, regardless of how great your ideas are and how pretty they look on paper, it'll never work.